Umidike was a village feared by many. Hidden deep in the forest of the east, it was a place where the gods demanded blood, and the people obeyed without question. Every year, a stranger was offered to the gods of the land, his body laid beneath the great Udala tree, his blood spilled onto the sacred earth. The villagers believed that as long as the gods were fed, the rains would fall, the harvest would be plenty, and no sickness would touch their children. The sacrifice was always the same. At midnight, the chosen stranger would be bound with ropes woven from palm fronds and led to the shrine at the heart of the village. The Dibia, the high priest, would paint his body with white clay, marking him as an offering. Then, before the entire village, the sacrifice would be made. His blood would flow into a deep hole in the earth, where it was said the gods drank from the roots of the Udala tree. No one questioned this practice. No one dared. It had been so for generations, and so it would always be. That year, the gods had not yet been given their due. The people waited. And then, just before the Ik market closed, a stranger walked into Umidike. He was tall and weary, his feet covered in red dust, his bag slung over his shoulder. His name, he said, was Obina, a traveler seeking shelter for the night. The villagers smiled, hiding their knowing glances. They welcomed him with warmth, offering him a seat under the great Udala tree. They gave him food, hot yam with palm oil, and fresh water from the clay pot. "Our people are kind," said an old man, his voice slow like dripping palm wine. Obina smiled. "May the gods bless your kindness." The people nodded, but behind their smiles, their eyes did not shine. That night, they led him to a hut at the edge of the village. "Sleep well, traveler," a woman said. "Tomorrow, we will take you to our ease. He welcomes all strangers." Obina thanked them, stretching his tired body on the mat. But the wind outside carried voices, soft, hurried whispers. He listened, but the words were unclear. The night was too quiet. The air too heavy. Then, he saw the marks. Strange symbols carved into the wooden walls of the hut. Dark stains on the floor, covered with fresh palm leaves. His heart beat faster. He had traveled many lands, and he knew what such things meant. Sacrifice. His hands grew cold. The gods of some villages demanded the blood of goats. Others took only the purest yams. But there were places, dark places, where the gods wanted more. He had to leave. Outside, the village was silent. Even the crickets refused to sing. The great Udala tree swayed, its branches whispering to the night. He stepped carefully, his feet light on the dusty ground. Then, he heard them. Footsteps. Slow, measured. The sound of bare feet against the earth. Obina turned and saw them, villagers, moving like shadows, their eyes glowing in the moonlight. The East stood at the front, his red wrapper glowing in the firelight. Beside him, the Dibia, the priest, held a white staff. His voice was deep, ancient, filled with power. "The gods have sent you to us, traveler," the Dibia said. "Your blood will bring our land prosperity." Obina's breath caught in his throat. The people of Umidike did not hunt for sacrifices. They did not steal men from the road. No, they waited. They waited for the gods to send a stranger. And the stranger never left. His heart pounded as he stepped back. "I am a free man," he said. "You cannot take what is not yours." The east side. "It is not us, my son. It is the gods." At his signal, the men moved. Obina ran. Through the dark paths, past empty huts and silent trees, he ran. His legs burned, his breath came in sharp gasps. But the villagers did not rush. They walked, knowing there was nowhere to hide. Ahead, the forest loomed, its entrance wide and dark like the mouth of a beast. If he could reach it, maybe, just maybe, he could escape. The first spear missed him by an inch. The second tore through his shoulder. Pain exploded through his body, but he did not stop. He could not stop. His blood stained the earth as he stumbled into the trees. Behind him, the villagers slowed, stopping at the edge of the forest. They did not enter. They only watched. And then, Obinna heard the breathing. Slow. Deep. Heavy. The air turned cold. The trees seemed to move. And then, in the darkness, he saw them. Eyes. Many eyes. Watching. Waiting. The gods of Umedike had come for their sacrifice. Obinna opened his mouth to scream, but the forest swallowed the sound. The next morning, the villagers gathered at the edge of the trees. The ground was wet, the leaves dark with something thick and red. But there was nobody. There never was. The Dibia lifted his hands to the sky. The gods are pleased. The villagers bowed their heads, and the air grew lighter. The Harmattan wind blew again, carrying away the whispers. That evening, the people of Umedike prepared for a feast. They pounded yam, roasted goat, and drank fresh palm wine. And when the night grew dark once more, they sat beneath the great Udala tree, waiting for the next stranger.